Bitch, I'm about to blow up. Say what? Bitch, I'm about to blow up.
What's going on, guys? Silent Mike, Super Training Gym, Mark Bell's Powercast, here to answer more questions. I appreciate all the support. You guys have been killing me on the YouTubes, all the comment section, also my Instagram, Silent Mike with 2Ks. Hit me up with any questions there, and I'll try to gather them from everywhere. A couple questions I get a ton of. How old am I? I know my channel said 95. I don't know why it says that. That's just what hopped in the little communicator thing with the YouTubes and the Googles, and it just did that. I have no idea. I'm 26. I was actually born in '88. And now here to your normal questions. Oh, another question I get a ton of is what kind of music do we listen to, or do I like to train to, or what artists do I listen to? At Super Training, basically we just have a dope sound system. So Mark throws in his iPod or his iPhone, and he just has a long list. It's mostly hip-hop, but it has a ton of different classic rock, AC/DC, Metallica. I can lift to that music, mostly when I'm chilling or just hanging out. I like artists like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, guys like that. Mostly just hip-hop and rap. Old school stuff too. You know, I listen to Tupac and Biggie, whatever else. Here we go. This guy's wondering how to throw in the slingshot. He has the blue slingshot. He doesn't know how to use it in his training and how to incorporate it. Basically, the slingshot's just the simplest way is just to add it in at the end of your workout and stay with the same reps and sets that you were doing before. To keep it simple, let's say you did a 5x5 with 225 pounds. After that, throw on the slingshot, add 5s or 10s, do another set of 5, more 5s or 10s, another set of 5, and maybe get 3 to 5 sets of 5 with added weight above what you would be able to do raw. Another way I like to utilize the slingshot is after I do my raw work or my normal grip work, I'll throw the slingshot on and hit extra volume with my close grip. It protects my shoulders, makes them feel a little healthier after all that pressing, and also just overload that tricep extra on top of the regular close grip range of motion. What else we got? This guy's sick of commercial gyms. He wants to get his own setup at his house, it sounds like. And do I have any recommendations for companies or stores or websites, and what do I recommend? I'm a big fan of Rogue Fitness. Those guys have been really cool to us. I've visited the headquarters a couple times, shot a couple videos with Mark. All their equipment so far I've used is awesome. I love the Rogue Power Ohio bar we use a lot of, the Rogue Westside Power bar we use a lot of, and then I squat out of a Rogue rack very often. Onto the Instagrams, those are some of the main ones on YouTube's. How deep should box squats be? Depending on your goals, a box squat you can do varying heights, anywhere from just above parallel, and just below parallel. The only difference is obviously you'll be able to lift more weight. That's kind of part of the conjugate system. You'll be able to overload, obviously, if you're above parallel, handle a little bit heavier weight. Below parallel will be a little bit harder, but you'll be getting more work in. What tips can you give to keeping your back straight on the deadlift? Proper setup's going to be the biggest thing for the deadlift. Obviously, a stronger back, you'll be able to keep it a little bit straighter. And then just general posture. Majority of people are either at a desk job, in college, or in high school, and you're always going to be slouched like this. Just pay attention to it. Get in a good stance, almost like you'd be at the bottom of a deadlift. It's going to be that much easier. In a sloppy posture, your hammies are going to get tight, low back and abs are just going to get kind of weak. So might as well just sit in a good posture, and then when it's time to lift, it'll be easier to turn it on. What are my thoughts on the book Methods of Metroflex Power Building Basics by Josh Bryant? To be honest, I've never read that book, but I've done a lot of programming, or I've done Josh Bryant's programming. He was doing a lot of Mark's work for his bench when Mark benched, I think, 560-ish at 242, and Mark and I train together basically every day. So I just hopped on that program, and it was brutal. It was awesome, though. Josh Bryant's a strong mofo, super smart, super knowledgeable in strength for all 3 lifts. So if he wrote it, and he actually wrote it, I do recommend it. For someone who has basic experience in powerlifting, is it worth to get a coach, not actually competing in meets, but will you be able to see some gains with a coach? I think coaching is always a good idea. If you're a real beginner and don't even want to get into meets, probably a one-on-one coach would be best, like in person. Online coaching's fine, you know. I do a little bit of it myself, but I think in person's better. And then just hunt down the best, and even just train with the best. I've never really had an online coach or an in-person coach since I was like, junior high or something. But I surrounded myself with the best lifters I could. I hunted down the best gym I could. Everyone thinks people are close to Super Trainer or whatever, but I drive half an hour every single day to train with those guys just because they're the best, and I know that's going to give me the opportunity to learn the fastest and become the best lifter I can. What's up, Silent Mike? How long have you been lifting, and what were my beginning numbers? And what is it like being the only natural at Super Training? And I've been tempted to hop on the juice. I don't know what you mean by beginning numbers. Like the very first time I squat, benched, and dead, I don't really remember. In high school, I think I benched like maybe 260 or 275 before I graduated. I didn't really squat or deadlift just because I played basketball. My trainer just needed to keep our backs fresh because we were playing so much. In terms of numbers, when I went to Super Training, I benched about 315. I had just squatted 5, maybe a little bit high, and I deadlifted about 525, and that was about 3 years ago. I don't know if, I think anybody that's in the fitness industry would be lying to you if they haven't thought about taking some kind of performance enhancing. We all kind of get in this sport or this world or workout because we want to look better, we want to perform better, we want to be the best that we can. And if those things help, of course, they've crossed my mind, but it's just not for me. It's for a lot of people. I don't judge. What's your morals are your morals. Well, my morals are my morals. Louis Simmons says that in Bigger, Stronger, Faster, something similar, and it's one of the best quotes ever because it's true. Who are you to judge me, and who am I to judge you on what you decide to do with your body? You're not harming me at all by doing that. What's the worst workout I can remember? Some basketball workouts were pretty brutal. Just like 2 days, 3 days in college. But the worst like powerlifting workout, I'm not really sure. I used to just hammer squats like all day. Saturday mornings are kind of the busy day at Super Training. The whole team kind of shows up. I'll just be squatting for like 2 hours straight. No reps, no sets in my head. Just go. Whatever's on the bar, just start taking it. One of the worst things, too, was the first time I started to really get into prowlers. I do them probably for about almost a year now, maybe 2 years, consistently 3 to 4 times a week. But the very first time I started doing some like sprints with a prowler, I felt so sick for like an hour. What else we got? What do you recommend to help sitting back more on the squats to reduce forward and knee travel? Box squats can help with that. Also, just strengthening your hamstrings. Sitting with your hips back is fine, but if you just kind of go hips back, your upper body tends to go forward. That's more like a deadlift form. What you really want to do with the squat is kind of force those knees outward. If you're pushing your knees outward, allowing your hips somewhere to travel, a little bit of knee travel is okay. Excessive knee travel is not good, but that's the same with your hips. Hips going back is okay. Excessive hip going backwards will probably put you in a crappy position too. I think that's about it for this one. We're about 8 minutes in. Follow me, Silent Mike with 2Ks on Instagram. Hit me with your questions. Subscribe if you like this bullshit I'm spitting out to you. Share it, like it. Thanks so much for the support, guys. And that's it. I'm out.